All right, YouTube. I decided I was gonna make a video. I'm doing a Duraspark HEI mod, and I know there's a lot of info on the internet about it, but I haven't really seen anyone make a video about how they're doing it. So I thought I'd show how I'm wiring mine. But yeah, this is converting a Duraspark 2 ignition to use a HEI ignition module. So yeah, basically I got a ignition module off Amazon. This was like 18 bucks. I just wanted it for the housing, and I drilled a couple holes, added some grommets there for my wiring. I gutted the interior. There was a little circuit board and some casting here that I ground down. And then I just drilled holes and mounted the module to the housing. Just two, I think these are M4 screws. And put some thermal paste on the back side, mounted it in here. And I just got some 3-wire 14 gauge wire I'm using from Amazon. Pretty sure this is the Nylite brand. But yeah, anyways, this is how I'm gonna wire it. I added 2 grounds. One will go to the distributor, and then one I'm just gonna ground to the frame on the truck. It's a little redundant, probably not necessary, but figured just in case it might help. But yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Yeah, this is what I got so far. We'll go over the wiring a little bit. So yeah, this is basically what's left of my engine harness. I cut most of it off. But this lead here is basically, you got 2 wires. I think there's a white and a red. It's kind of pink now, but one's for your coolant temp, one's for your oil pressure. And then you have your last red wire that goes to your coil, and that one does have the inline resistor built in. Then I did some research. There is the red with the yellow hash, and this wire is not used on this engine. I got the inline 6, but this is for your anti-diesel solenoid. So this gets power anytime the key is on, and then it shuts off when you turn the key switch into the off position. So I think I'm going to use this as the trigger wire for my relay to power my coil. Since I'm going to reuse the existing wiring here, this will power my HEI module, as this is 12 volts yet. But yeah, that plug just plugged in here. It's kind of backwards actually, because I think the white wire is actually the power wire, and then the red is I think it's 12 volts when you're in the start position. So yeah, I think I'm eliminating all of this. I have separate gauges for oil pressure and coolant temperature, so I'm not even using these wires anymore. I think I'm just going to use the one white wire for power to my HEI module, and this will be the trigger wire for the relay powering the ignition coil. And then this green wire is if you have a tack, a factory tack, that's where it reads off of. I do not have a factory tack in this truck, so I'm not going to be utilizing this currently. I already had a separate wire for that further back. But this is the coil I'm running. I guess I call it an EFI coil. Some people call it an E-core, but it'd be like on an 88 and newer Ford truck. But you can feed these direct 12 volts, no resistor required. So that's the main reason I'm doing it. A little hotter spark and a little simpler wiring is what I was going for. But yeah, basically, yeah, this is going to go to the distributor. I'm gonna wire it with weather packs. So yeah, these are your two signal wires to this distributor, one ground. Yeah, it's just 3 wires coming out of there, and then I'm gonna have a power and a ground coming in here, and then this will be the wire to fire the coil on the ground side. This would also be for your tachometer signal. But so yeah, I'll get a little further here and show you how we're coming along. All right, well, I think we got it mostly completed here. I'll kind of go over what I did for it. I fabbed up a bracket for my coil. This is actually a old Honda motor mount that I used, and this is a bracket off of eBay for mounting this coil to like a 302 cylinder head. Then I got a pigtail off of Amazon with my power, and it's got 2 wires on this terminal, one for your trigger and one for your tack. So that's how I mounted the coil. I did have to get new plug wires for an EFI truck. I guess you'd really only have to replace the coil wire, but I just did all of them. And then got a new cap and rotor. So yeah, coming off the coil, I routed it underneath and along the fender here. So yeah, this yellow wire is my trigger wire out of the HEI module. And then my other ones here, this one, the red wire is my power, and then the black is the wire going to my aftermarket tack. And then the power I got coming directly from a relay and I'm feeding the relay with this big yellow wire out of the factory harness. It was over here not being used, so I just tapped into that. And then my trigger wire for the relay is this red and yellow hash that used to come into this 4-pin connector here that I'm not using anymore. So yeah, that's my power for the coil. And then yeah, basically I just got my 3 wires off the distributor. Yeah, I got the orange is yellow, ground is still black, then purple is the red coming up here, and then I just got that going straight to the HEI module. And then I got a ground here for my module, and then I still have the ground from the distributor running for that. So yeah, this case is good and grounded, and then I just mounted my relay right to it actually, just to make things simple, and got a ground off of that for the relay. But yeah, it seems to work pretty slick, fired right up, no problem. So I'm gonna do some more testing on it and see how I like it, but I gotta tidy up the wiring a little bit more. But yeah, this white with the blue hash is powering the HEI module, and I just have my other ground wire from the body running into this plug. So really it's pretty simple. Yeah, the wiring's nice and clean. I gotta tidy it up a little bit more, but it's kind of a mess back in there. But yeah, so far I'm liking it.